Hello, welcome back to Steve's Corner. The dog days of summer. They're upon us, Doc. Hotter than snot down here, Doc. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is all across the country from what I hear. And we don't get there as hot here as a lot of places. It'll get up to 100 or something like that, but it don't last long. Just like we don't get as cold as most places. But not only is it getting hot here, it sounds like it's getting hot in Washington too. Well, Uncle Joe, I mean, he's getting a little hot under the collar up there. Actually refuses to answer any questions about his son anymore. And that press secretary he's got, I mean, she gets steamed quite a bit nowadays. People keep hounding her about answering questions, being transparent with everything, and she ain't doing squat about it. She ain't being transparent with nothing. Oh, we're not going to say anything because it's a matter for the courts. Yeah. I bet that what do you call that that plea deal was a matter for the courts too. Till somebody found out about it and then they started taking heat for it. They had to change their mind on that. That guy, I mean that Hunter now, he's a piece of work, Doc. I ain't gonna lie to you. But the whole Biden family seems to be. Hey man, it's all speculative till something definite comes out. But I see a lot of signs pointing to that. I mean, this guy's a joke. The whole family is crooked, seems like. But then now they're jumping old Trump. I mean, they had more charges to him on that Mar-a-Lago raid stuff. They got it in for that guy. He's going down. I don't care what they got to do to knock him down. They're going to get him. It's simple as that. I think, I don't know. I don't know whether it's a waste of taxpayers' money or not. I mean, you got to get to the bottom of some things. But the way they handle them looks like they just can't wait to spend the taxpayers' money just to harass the snot out of them. At this point, I think it's nothing but a harassment job. And I think it's wrong. Hey man, you search deep enough and hard enough on somebody, you can hang them for something. I'm telling you. That's why what lawful search and seizures is a rule, a law. Hey man, a cop pulls you over, he can bust you for something. The man that does inspections for me down here across the river, he's told me that. He said, listen, any car that comes in here after a year of driving, he said, we can find a flaw with it. He said, we just don't, the ticky-tack stuff, So, I mean, and it would cost a lot of money if you did. You could take it, I mean, you got to pay for the inspection sticker. And it's going to be a rejection sticker. Then you got to go get whatever it is fixed. If you can't do it yourself, even if you do it yourself, it's going to cost you a little bit. And then you got to bring it back for a re-inspection. So, I mean, it's crooked. I've seen guys come away from the inspection center and have 2 flat tires because they were riding on dry rotted tires, but it passed inspection. The rule here in Virginia is if it ain't on the vehicle, it ain't got to work. So, I mean, if your backup lights don't light up, you just take the bulbs out and then you're good. I didn't believe that. Let that truck get by. But me and a boy at work was talking one time because I bought a truck one time that was frosted all the way around the front windshield. I don't know, it's frosted quite a bit. Ended up having to get it replaced. And I needed to get it inspected. I was telling that boy at work and he said, hey man, just kick it out. I said, what? He said, yeah, if it ain't on the vehicle, it ain't got to work. I said, man, you got to be kidding me. He said, nah, don't you remember dune buggies riding around here when you was a kid? Yeah, sure enough. They didn't have dune buggies. I mean, they didn't have windshields. Some of them had them little pop-up windshields, but Some of them didn't have any windshield at all. So when I took it in, after I got it replaced, and I took it in to get it inspected, I asked the guy, I said, listen here. I says, I had to replace this windshield because it was bad. I had to get it replaced so it passed inspection. I said, but if I'd have took that windshield out and brought it in here, would it have passed inspection? He said, yep. He said, technically it would have passed inspection. It's not on the vehicle, so it didn't fail. He said, but you bring that vehicle in here on me, and it don't have don't have a windshield. First thing I'm doing is calling state police so he can watch me inspect it, because he ain't getting in trouble for it. That's hard to believe. June bugs have been thick this year. They've been heavy, been plentiful this year, and I enjoy it. I do. Last year I don't think we had a swarm of June bugs like we got this year. Now they don't cause me no troubles, and like I get crops or anything to eating up. But I enjoy watching them. I remember messing with them when I was a kid, So it brings back memories of when I was younger. Same as the lightning bugs. Love the lightning bugs. They've been plentiful this year too. Flying all over the place. Looks like the trees are on fire. Sometimes you ride by a patch of woods and all that lightening up going on in there. Enjoy the snot out of it. And the tree frogs. Tree frogs have been noisy as heck this year. Just about keep you awake. And that's through the window. I couldn't imagine sleeping outside. Well, they would keep you awake. It'd be hard to get to sleep with all that noise. But it's been an enjoyable summer. It's hot. It's summertime. It's supposed to be hot. I don't believe in that global warming stuff. I don't believe it's man-made. I don't. When I was a kid growing up, they were talking about the second ice age coming. I'll never forget it. Well, now they've flipped, and now they're saying it's going to be a global warming. It's going to be so hot nobody can survive crops and all that junk. Sea level's going to rise and all that stuff. It's a natural progression of seasons, I think. Summer's hot, winter's cold. But summer's about over with when you get to the dog days of summer. Crops about dying out, or the garden is about dying out. I don't water. I just stick it in there. What makes it makes. But it'll soon be football has already started practice now. Pro football has. I imagine college has too. Won't be long. First college game will be playing, and the Hall of Fame game will start. I'm excited to see the Packers play this year. That Jordan Love, I like to see how he does. I think he's going to be a good quarterback. If he gets a little bit of help from the team and his coach, I think he'll be fine. It's going to take him a little while to get used to things. It just is. They say the speed difference between college and pros is dramatic. He's been up a couple of years, so maybe it won't be as bad for him. So we'll see. But I'm excited for this year. I don't think it's going to turn back into the 1970s again, where we just never could win anything. So I hope not anyways. That was a tough decade to be a Packer fan. We won 2 Super Bowls in a row. 3 championships in a row in the 60s, and then turn into the 70s, and you just can't do squat. Seems like the world is against you. That was a rough time to be a Packer fan. Well, I appreciate y'all listening to my rambles. Y'all be good. You try to keep cool out there. It's going to be a miserable weekend. It's been miserable all week with the heat and humidity. Find your little place to cool off if you can. Stay hydrated. That heat is an accumulative thing. You need to make sure you're fully recovered before you go back out in it, because it can be bad on you. But y'all take care. We'll talk to y'all later.